I want to go over, and this is the epitome of nursing in general, is how do we figure out the rates of a bag? How do we know how long to run something, how to figure out our rates, okay? So most, if not every med or pump is programmed at the per hour rate, milliliters per hour. That's how we program the pumps. We're not going to program it milliliters per 5 minutes, milliliters per 15 minutes, okay? There are certain medications that do run at like micrograms per minute rate, but we program the pump per hour, so that's our line. Okay, so let's say we have a bag, we'll say it's a 500 milligram bag. Kind of wrote it a little bit too high for you guys. A 500 milligram bag in 100 mLs of 0.9% sodium chloride. Let's say that's the bag that we have. Okay, and we're just going to use this bag for all the different rates, okay? So if we need to run this bag at 60 minutes, which is an hour, and our pump is supposed to run in milliliters per hour, well, we have 100 mLs, and we're supposed to run it per hour, right? Over over 1 hour. Well, what does our answer come out to? Well, it's simply just 100 milliliters per hour. Okay, so if you have to run something over an hour, it's simply just whatever the volume of your bag is. So even without this math right here, I know just by looking at it, well, okay, I need to put 100 mLs in 1 hour. My pump is supposed to program over an hour. I simply just do 100 mLs an hour. What if we need to run it quicker than that? What if we need to run 100 mLs over 30 minutes? Okay, well, what is 30 minutes as an hour in math terms? Well, it's a half an hour, right? Or if an hour is 1, then 30 minutes is a half an hour, it's 0.5 hours. So we do 100 mLs divided by 0.5. And that's going to give us 200 mLs an hour. Now the logic behind it is, well, if 60 minutes is our line or 1 hour is our line, we need to get it quicker than that. So to get something in a half the time, we have to double the rate. So you saw with just 60 minutes, it was simply 100 mLs an hour. Well, we got to get in half that. So we increase our speed by 2, gives us 200 mLs an hour. Okay? That's the dimensional analysis way to do it. You simply just put the units where you want them, and the math comes next. Okay? There's another way to do it, and you probably should do the dimensional analysis way and use this way to supplement, just to double check your math with different methods. All right? So if I draw a clock right here, okay, we have a 100 ml bag. I need you to run it in 30 minutes. Well, we can simply do something simple here. How many 30-minute sections are there in an hour? Well, there's 2. So we can do 100 mLs times 2, and that gives us, of course, 200 mLs. So different way to solve the problem with the same answer. Okay? What if I wanted you to run 100 mLs in 15 minutes? Well, how many 15 minutes are there in an hour? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would take 100 mLs times by 4. And what does that give us? Well, 400 mLs an hour. Okay? That also kind of looks like a 4, doesn't it? There we go. So it's as simple as that. If I asked you to do, let's see here. I draw my clock again, and let's say our order says, well, we'll say Nurse Nick today. I need you to run the bag in 20 minutes. Well, we can do our clock again. How many 20 minutes are there an hour? 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 60 minutes. So there's 3 in an hour. So guess what? We do 100 mLs times 3, and that gives us 300 mLs an hour. And it's as simple as that. If I said I need you to run it in 10 minutes, well, how many 10s are there an hour? Well, there's 6. So 100 times 6, 600 mLs an hour. So you can do the dimensional analysis way. That's the proper way of doing it because it shows you the units and everything. But this is also the same method. All right, so if you have to run your bag less than an hour, your speed's going to increase because we need to get it in there quicker. So let's continue, but let's say we have to go longer. We kind of did a problem like this earlier, where we had the 2,000 mLs and we had to divide it over 24 hours, right? It's the same thing here. So let's use this bag. If you have a 100 ml bag and your order says, well, Nurse Nick, I need you to give this over 2 hours. You can think of it in your head as, well, I need to divide this bag up over the hours that I need to. So in our case, 2. So we have 100 mLs divided up by 2 hours. And then our rate then becomes 50 mLs an hour. Because it's going to take 2 hours to get to 100, right? And in your head, if you're a visual person, we have 100 mLs. We're supposed to give it over 2 hours, right? There's your first hour, there's your second hour. Well, how do we add that up to get there? Well, 50 plus 50 is going to get there. So 50 mLs per hour is going to get us to where we want to go. If we needed to do it by 3 hours, well, we simply just do the same math. There's 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. Okay, we're dividing 100 by 3. Now this one's going to give you a little bit of decimal point, but let's do it anyways. By 3 hours equals 33.3 mLs an hour. And it's the same concept. You want to do it by 4, divide by 4. You want to have 5 hours, divide by 5 hours. 6 hours, divide by 6. You saw earlier, 24 hours, we divide by 24. So we covered quickness of the bag. We need to run it faster. We also covered, well, we need to run this slower. So we've hit our rates. We've hit a bunch of different type of med math problems that you may encounter with drop factors and drip rates. So there should be, with this video, a cheat sheet that helps you learn how to do your conversion factors. We should know what something equals in something else. Remember in the beginning, I did pounds and converted it to kilograms. You should cement these conversion factors in your head. You already know, like the super easy one in the beginning, where I did the 2 hours into minutes. Well, everybody knows that there's 60 minutes in an hour, but that's a conversion factor that exists for any unit. So those need to be memorized. There's no gimmicks for that. You need to get them on paper and just simply flashcard them until they're cemented in your head, and you'll never forget it, okay? Last thing I want to do, and we kind of did it already, I just want to do concentration of the bag one more time because it's definitely something that you need to know. And we'll just do it for the same bag that we already have. All right? Okay, so if someone asks you, well, what's the concentration of your bag? All right, and we need to look at that with our vials too, where it'll say, well, this vial of Zofran has 4 milligrams per ml. That's the concentration of our bag. How much of something is diluted in something else? In this bag, we have 500 milligrams and 250 mLs of 0.9% NaCl, okay? So how do we find the concentration? Well, how much of something is in something else? Okay, so 500 milligrams divided by 250 mLs is going to give us 2 milligrams per ml. So just as an example, The drug azithromycin is going to be different rates depending on what the concentration of the bag is. So, for example, azithromycin at a 2 milligram per ml concentration is going to be run over 1 hour. But a 1 milligram per ml solution will be run over 3 hours. So with drugs, it's very difficult. You have to know what drug you're doing. You have to know the concentrations. You have to be able to convert and combine units as we've done today. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope we covered a lot of things, and you can always come back to this video and run through. I know I moved kind of fast, but you can pause the video, do the problems, and then unpause it and go with me as I go through these problems too. So congratulations on getting into nursing school. You picked a great career for yourself, you know, but it takes a lot of work. Nursing is not easy. So hopefully this video helps you throughout your nursing program. And I hope you know, the bridge method and dimensional analysis stays with you for the rest of your life. So nice to meet all of you. Absolute pleasure. And enjoy school. Take care, guys.